If you've ever been on a walk and you feel like you can't switch your brain off, you'll recognize this over-optimization loop. Walks become podcasts. Resting becomes falling behind. Any empty space in your life is like this problem to fix. I've fallen into this trap, trying to optimize every minute of my day every so often. And I realized there's this bigger problem because all of these activities look productive on the surface, yet from the inside, the emotional experience of all of this is feeling behind, never enough, like resentful for all of these activities that are not max ROI on your time. Like you fear if you take your foot off the gas that you won't be able to catch up. You'll miss all of these big, massive opportunities that are just waiting for you. This pattern showed up in a coaching call with a client. And so I want to talk through what actually made this shift for her and why this will become a bigger problem in your life if you don't actually address this right now. I want to jump straight into the story that made this shift for her. I had this client, very successful founder, building this very successful brand, yet she was borderline burnout for a while. And the pattern underneath this and what made this shift was like she cares about people. And this is why she's built such a successful brand. She's like cares about her staff, cares about the customers. And this is why she's like spending all of this time replying to all of these emails, getting into all of these traps of working too much to the point where she's getting on the edge of burnout. And so as a highly like intelligent, intellectual, analytical, logical thinker, I was like, I'm going to flip this on its head. If you are someone who cares about your customer, who cares about making an impact, caring about the people that you serve, and you're one of these people who's like, I will put on my child's mask before my own. I want to talk through two paths here. Use your imagination. The first path is the founder who puts everyone before themselves, grinding it out. It just needs to be this chapter. I just need to get through this. All of these like micro emails, like the work just needs to be done. Everyone's counting on me. I'm putting everyone before myself. If you care so much about your customers, if you care about serving people, who will be able to serve more people? This founder who after 2 years is burnt out, has to take 2 months off, has to put in a new CEO for the company. They take it in this other direction. Suddenly you're stuck in a hospital because your nervous system is fried. Someone else is running your company. Suddenly your orders are going down. Your customers aren't as happy and you can't do anything because physically you're incapable because you're just fried. Who will serve more people? This founder who's on this path, or the regulated founder who believes that they need to be regulated. They need to regulate their nervous system so that they don't burn out. They need to be a sustainable founder who can work sustainably for the next 10 years and build this into the brand that it deserves to be, to serve millions of people. And so it's like, if you care about these people, who will serve more people? You know, it's interesting how you will understand that a Michelin star chef sharpens his knife every morning. The athlete, even you who goes to the gym, works out, cares about your body, understands the importance of rest, sleep, recovery in actual muscle building. Like it is part of, if not more important, that rest and recovery happens to build muscle, to build strength. And yet, for some reason, you convince yourself that you and your nervous system, you're special and you don't follow this pattern and the work just needs to be done and people are counting on you. Like if you treated yourself as the regulated professional founder, would you actually be operating at this like 9,000 RPMs all the time? And as we got to talking and diving deeper into her situation, I started to hear what I've heard in other clients, other high performers who at the end of the day wants in 5-10 years a peaceful and calm life, to be able to be the mom, the dad, the parents, the husband who wakes up, has a calm morning, drinks coffee, goes down to the coffee shop, nothing bothers them. Like these values, peace, calm, regulation, come up as like the core desire for this future that you're building. And yet I continue to hear this over and over with people. Isn't it interesting how you want this peaceful, calm future life, yet every opportunity in your present moment, in your current life, where you get these opportunities for space, for some peace, to take some time off, all you feel is guilty for not working. Like suddenly all of these rationalizations and excuses come up as to why this email needs to be done. And I just need to get this done. And people are counting on me. Like, you want peace and calm, yet you don't even know how to act when that comes. So why do you believe that you'll be able to appreciate it? You'll have that skill to appreciate these moments in the future. When you're not even developing the skill, you can't even appreciate the moments now. I'm going to get into some of the fixes and things we can do to solve this in a second. But if you've watched my video on the emotional alchemy process, one of the things that we can do right now is to allow ourselves to feel this feeling, to allow our body to experience what it actually feels like to not be enough, not do enough, not feel worthy, because we're always feeling behind. We get into these like micro decisions of this email comes in, we have this stack of things that we need to do, and our brain, our self-image, goes for the very clear, objective thing that we can accomplish. Do more. Yet we don't know how to actually integrate this space, this regulation into our identity, into our self-image. We aren't seeing ourselves as a regulated founder. And so if we can allow ourselves to experience, sit with, and feel the emotion, the experience of feeling guilty, lean into this. Feel like you're not enough. And stop running from it so your ego feels this hint of like guilty of not doing enough and like tries to fill that space. Lean into it. Allow your body to experience what that feels like. And then the other thing I want to say is like reflect on, is optimizing this last 10% of your time actually making you more productive? Because all you're feeling is just stressed every day, overthinking all of these decisions. Like, is this really the life of a regulated entrepreneur, a regulated founder who's building a massive brand, who's serving all of these people, yet can't even serve themselves? My last question before we get into some of these solutions and fixes is, if you project forward your current path, your current life for the next 12 to 24 months, if you don't change right now, what does that life look like? Someone chronically stressed, can't appreciate these micro moments of peace and calm in their day, being triggered at all of these little moments, can't switch off at night, can't switch off when they're with their partner. Like, is this version of your nervous system really the one that will get you the furthest? Or is it the one that's gonna push you to being burnt out and recovering for 2 months in the hospital or in bed, not able to work at all? Who's gonna win then? So in terms of making some fixes, making some changes, I want to start with this other mindset reframe of stop thinking in binaries. Like, I'm revving at 9,000 RPMs, 8,000 RPMs, 7,000, like I'm just working all the time. Like, if you've watched any of these videos, you understand I'm very pragmatic and realistic. And so what I'm not telling you to do is stop the car, go down to 1,000 RPMs, idle it. I'm talking about going from 9,000 to 8,000, maybe from 8,000 to 7,000. Start to build up some evidence of this story, this self-image, this identity of becoming a more resilient, regulated entrepreneur, regulated founder. And so I know if you're watching this, you're up here in the head with me. You understand all of this. Yeah. So I want to help you experience what this feels like. Take a second with me and close your eyes and take a really deep belly breath into your belly. Push your diaphragm out, push your belly out, like push your belly out, not your chest. Take a really deep breath in and exhale for a long time. Blow it out. Take one more. And do one more and feel what is going on, the sensations that are happening inside your body, inside your shoulders, inside your brain, inside your stomach. You feel everything soften, right? This is what I'm talking about. Adding more moments of these. Starting with the morning. starting with your evenings. Every day you sleep, you have this natural routine. Every day you wake up, you have this routine, brushing your teeth in the evening. Add to those routines some of these moments of peace, of allowing yourself to experience the present, of softening your body before you get into work and start revving the engine. I'm not talking about taking a day off, taking a week off. I'm talking about adding these micro moments, long exhales, breaths, mornings without the phone. Like, all of this comes down to these micro decision fork moments that I've talked about before. The email comes in, you see the notification, you open your phone and you see the messages. All of this is controllable down to these micro moments. And what will carry you through those micro moments is habits, routines, the story that you tell yourself, the image of yourself. Would I do this if I'm a regulated, sustainable entrepreneur, a regulated founder who's thinking about the brand that I'm building in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? Or am I choosing the quick dopamine, the quick easy route, the quick let me just get it done? If we can add some more of these micro boundaries, space to believe that you are not only building this company, building this brand, but also part of your job as a regulated founder is to take care of your vehicle that is building this brand. And that is you as a human. And so aside from these micro boundaries, these long exhales, these deep breaths in the morning, meditation, allowing yourself some peace and to appreciate these moments, not as a holiday, but as 5 minutes, 15 minutes in the morning before you start work, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the evening when you close your laptop and you get some space to be present and reflect on your day and wind down before evening. I'll close out with one thing, and that is just bringing awareness to these moments, these decision fork moments. The email came in, the notification came in, and how did I act in that instance? What feeling am I feeling? What thoughts am I hearing in my brain that are causing me to act this way? How can we bring more awareness to understand why we are acting, why our behavior is acting this way? And so next time you feel like you're on a walk, you can't switch off, you're feeling that desire to open your phone, check your notifications, listen to a podcast, be productive. Maybe that desire, maybe that thought is the indicator for you that your brain should take these 5, 10, 15 minutes and rest. Appreciate the silence. Feel the feelings that are coming up and use that silence as opportunities to start shifting your nervous system, the image of yourself, the identity that you're holding on to start believing that you are a regulated entrepreneur, a regulated business owner who will make it further than the one who's grinding for 16 hours a day, who just needs to push through this chapter and then it's over, who's going to burn out and who won't be working for 2 months, 3 months, because that is the opportunity where you get to build the longer, bigger, more sustainable business. That's all I've got for this video. I really wanted to speak to this over-optimization loop, this feeling of guilt that we feel for not working. And I really wished someone helped me walk me through how to be more regulated, how to understand myself better and actually appreciate these moments of peace, these moments of presence, and not fill all of these silences with something that feels productive. Because at the end of the day, like, that productivity is just draining from your emotional energy bank. And if we work at 40%, 30%, are we really that productive? That's all I got for you in this video. See you in the next one.